Hey guys, Cool Blind Way back. I'm Rick, and I've got Gorgar with me here today. It is a 1979 pinball machine, the world's first talking pinball machine, and he's in a little bit of rough shape. We need to clean him up a little bit. We need to polish him, wax him down. We need to clean his hole, bundle his balls, and get him ready to go. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the glass. Once we do that, we're going to have to start taking off some of the plastic pieces and replace the rubbers. Once we have them up, we're going to go ahead and clean. So we need to take these off up here. We're going to be taking off all these. You'll see rubbers. One of them gone on the flipper. A bunch of them are cracked, old, dried. They're starting to flake. So we'll take them off. We'll put new ones on, dropping them, and we will use this cleaner and polish while we have them up. We'll clean the whole playfield, and then we're going to wax the whole thing. So that is the plan. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start taking off some of the plastics. And we will reference our handy chart to see what number rubber goes where. So it's got a little, I think what's called mylar on it. If you look close, you can see that there's like plastic over top of the playfield. So those are in places where the balls hit the most and they protect the playfield. You can see like on his chest and on her hair, there's a few spots missing of the different paints and such. So we want to make sure everything's waxed and that the balls don't have any scratches or anything so it doesn't ruin the playfield. 1979, so it's pretty old. Most, the rubbers aren't going to be original, but everything else on it, as far as I know, is all original. So the lights get really hot. So you can see some like brownings and such. It's also what happens to the back glass. You can't see it quite so much now that the lights are off, but there's like little flakes and things that happen from the heat of the bulbs. Oh, old. It's got the shape. And then we got the new ones. So that is E, which is gonna be a 2.5 inch, which looks to be about that size there. So hopefully, probably clean it first, actually. See some of that white residues coming off already. Get in between, floss, and it's just going to be a slow and involved process. So I won't show you all of this, but we'll come back periodically. Look at this. Go. The shine. Believe it. Beautiful. The shine and the luster is real. So we're wiping down the entire playfield. Decided to do that before we take off the plastics. And then we'll do some spot cleaning around the plastics with like Q-tips and stuff.
Don't need to scrub hard. I mean, with the glass, it is pretty much a closed system, so most of this is like old wax that we misapplied before we knew a lot about pinball machines. Not that we know a lot about pinball machines.
No, I just know how to play them. But yeah, it's a really interesting machine. So it's got drop targets for Gore and Gar. It's also got these stationary targets numbered 1 through 4. It has the spinner there, which is one of the best ways to get points once you like that spinner. It's worth quite a lot. You've got the pop bumpers. You've got the snake pit, which is really cool. There's a magnet back there. So it will sort of grab the ball, and depending on your score, so if it's lit, I think it's any less than 20,000, Gorgar will taunt you. But if it's more than that, then you actually damage Gorgar, basically, and you can get quite a lot of points that way.
That snake was dirty.
does. Beware of the pit.
Oh, there's lanes.
Yep.
There's quite a bit of dirt coming up off there.
So this one is so old that you can't manipulate the lanes. So whenever you plunge the ball, it's going to go up this way, and it is going to fall down one of those. But in almost all pinball machines after this one, you can hit the flippers and change which light is lit, so that you can, as it's coming down, you can sort of manipulate that. But this is before that. However, you can get a new MPU for it that will allow that to happen. This is how you get, one of the ways to get your extra ball is if you do Gor and Gar, that will light this. And if you light it 3 times, you can get the extra ball by hitting that shot, which is a pretty tricky shot, actually. One of the things I really like about this machine is it's simple in its goals, but executing those goals is pretty tough, and it moves really fast. It teaches you a lot about how to play pinball correctly. Like, you don't want to just spam the flippers, and we'll show that off a little more once we actually finish and can get to playing it. But it is already looking way better already. We're just gonna have to get those rubbers off, so we will be back shortly.
We were actually using, these are makeup application cloth wipe things that I thought would work okay. They don't seem to be leaving much on the surface, so that's good.
Good. No lint or anything like that?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back.
Okay, I think he's all ready for his new rubber.
Okay.
It goes in front of the tab thingies,
Yep.
right?
Yep, because the ball's gonna hit against this, and that's how it knows. Yeah, that rubber versus that rubber.
So white. Pretty.
Old.
Oh. Here you can see the
New.
where the light bulbs touch and kind of burn little holes through the paint
Yep.
on the backside.
Yeah, one day we need to maybe get some LEDs in here. It'll be a little less hot. We already replaced these once with some lower brightnesses, so they don't put in quite
We
so much
replaced
heat.
all the back glass ones with LED, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Because we were worried about that one.
Well, no, we replaced all of them with like lower wattages.
Okay.
The LED lights were pretty expensive, so we'll have to save up for those. Look how shiny it is. That's a part number on it, I think.
Good.
All the plastics have part numbers on them, so you can order new ones. Some of this stuff is still available. Some of it's kind of expensive.
Should I tighten it down so it's against the plastic?
It doesn't need to be too tight, because just enough so it doesn't rattle.
That seems good. Looks good to you?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Oh.
That look good? I think it's maybe a little high.
Yeah. Slid down just a tad. Oh, that looks good.
There we go.
Gosh, those look so different.
Yep, they sure do. I think Williams in general around this time were kind of famous for their red flippers, but definitely Gorgar was for the red rubbers on the flippers.
Oh my gosh, I did it again. Sorry.
That sounded fine.
Yeah, that was fine.
Alright, that looks good to me. Alright, it's coming along. Look at the balls. We'll get back to those soon. Okay, let's take off this long one. So we've already got this one and this one done. New
How
rubbers.
shiny they are.
Very nice and shiny. We have both flippers on as well. So now we got this big boy. And I really do like the art on this. It's very Conan the Barbarian-esque. I love the snake guy up there, like the snake wizard man in the robe. Probably my favorite thing on the table. At least 2 of his scoreboards are broken, so we will have to replace those at some point. It's a 4-player machine. And also, you know, the drop-down targets, like, we could get new stickers for those. I've seen, like, new ones, and these are super, super faded. I think pop targets are my favorite aspect of a pinball machine. They're like my favorite targets of anything. Just so it's satisfying, the sound that they make when you hit them and they go down.
If it's not obvious, this is like the first time we have taken off these covers.
Yep. Sure is.
Oh, crap. Ooh, look at all those little guys.
It's gonna be fun to get off and back on. We're gonna have to take off the flipper.
Okay.
Alright, we'll be back. That would be interesting to watch this. You never know when something's going to go wrong. Isn't that right?
Hey, it's not gonna be on my watch.
I've read that you should like clean and re-wax it every like 100 plays or so.
Oh my gosh, it's hooked. It's hooked to something. We'll just have to lay it there.
Yeah.
It's magic. There's something.
Yep.
Oh, that causes a score thingy?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. It's just a wire there. Okay. Ah!
Yeah, it's great like how mechanical pinball machines
How
are.
hardened that rubber is. That little bit there.
Now this is 1979, so there is like a motherboard in this. Now older machines were just purely mechanical. Like they just had like switches and things that would move physical dials on the scores, which are pretty cool, definitely. They also have the very classic like pinball noises of like the bells and things, because again, everything had to physically make noise or light up or do scores or things. Like you couldn't be playing from a soundboard.
I assume these get replaced as well.
Yep.
Oh, they're so tiny. Look at those things.
Glad I'm not touching them.
You haven't noticed the fact that I'm doing all this pouring of chemicals and such right over your keyboard.
Sure, it's fine.
You trust me. I guess we haven't found any bugs.
Bugs?
Yeah, like things living in it.
Don't think so.
You don't think of those things?
Nope. So we got this off, all the rubbers replaced. Got the spin gate back on. Now it's time to take this big boy off. I hope. Left. Yeah.
Oh, there's a post on the back of it.
What?
Some posts.
Yep. So
He's so awesome.
I'll have to take this off. So this is a gate. Pinball machines have like 1 or 2 way gates. This one doesn't allow the ball, once it gets past here, to fall back in to the plunge, but lets it out. So we'll have to take that off too, at least that one. See all that wax and rubber. Get right off. Sheen, like Charlie Sheen.
Hopefully it's a bit less tiger blood.
Snake blood. Watch this. You got it?
Your hand is like super in the way, babe. Oh, but it does look shiny.
Pretty big space here. Ball's probably never gonna get back there, but we don't want it blowing into the actual playfield. With the speed that this game goes, wouldn't be surprised if the ball creates a vacuum. So we'll take this one, these ones, this one, and we'll get this one too while we're at it.
Good job. So where did you get this pinball machine?
The internet. Now, where do we drive to?
Maryland?
Maryland. That sounds about right.
Just inside the border.
Yep, I had the back glass on my lap the whole drive up to protect it. Praying we didn't get in any sort of accident.
Yeah, we had to go up some pretty awesome, up and down some pretty awesome mountains in West Virginia.
Oof. Scary times.
And it rained real bad on the way home.
Sure did.
I was so glad I went with you. That was like the first time that we were that far away from Evie.
Alright. We got this all cleaned. So let's stretch this interestingly over here.
You can do it.
All right.
We need a B for the other pair.
B.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. I don't know if we showed this up yet, but there's the rubber sizing chart. What size was B?
1.25
inch and a quarter. Looks like that. Nope. Looks like that. Yep.
Cool.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yep.
We got this all clean.
Yeah. Do you like it? Does it look good? Is there any like
Some
bits?
little bits in the back.
Here. You can do it. This will be the stressful part of the video.
Screw. I get it.
Oh, that's strength.
Now, big boy goes on. I think. That look great. It looks a little down lower than that one, doesn't it?
Pretty sure they were always like that.
All right.
Once we get all the screws in and tightened, it'll probably straighten right out.
All right. So I think we're halfway done. We've replaced all the rubbers for the right half of the machine.
Including that one.
Yeah. And so we got to do the left now.
Ugly.
So, like I was saying before, the early pinball machines were electromechanical. Everything was just bells and all mechanics, no computing. This is a solid state, an SS, which means it has like a motherboard in there. So, like if you look inside.
Well, that's behind the back glass, I'm pretty sure. It's dark too.
A lot of these, yeah, are sort of wires running to the motherboard
Oh, geez, sorry.
in the back glass.
What's that? Oh, yeah, I remember we fixed that. Do you see that clamp over there?
Yep. Fixed.
Fixed.
All right, let's get to the second half. All right, I am over here polishing my balls. Ooh. So, we replaced all the rubbers, and the playfield is clean, but there's one rubber left. Perhaps the rubberest of rubbers. See it?
Ah, baby.
Ready?
Yep.
Ah,
Good job.
whew.
That boy needs protection.
Does. I might need a little lube.
Shove it. Get it in there.
All right, it's on. We are safe now.
Slide it forward a bit.
We're ready to put it back down.
Yeah.
All right, now we need to wax. Show us the waxing technique.
Oh, sorry. Wax on. Wax off. Oh my gosh, this stuff smells amazing too.
Yep. What kind of wax is that?
It's Pure 3X Hardcore Paste Wax, Carnauba, and Advanced Polymers.
Yes.
It came highly recommended from a YouTube video.
Can't trust those.
I trust that man because I saw the number of pinball machines in his establishment. I feel like that guy knows his crap.
Yep, we've only got one. The next one on my wish list, if I had a place to put it, would be the Dungeons and Dragons pinball machine, I think.
What was special about that one, other than the theme?
Well, I love the theme of Dungeons and Dragons, obviously.
Okay.
But also, I love the music of it.
Start at the back, I assume? Seems makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. Unless you want to try it in like an open spot. Little goes a long ways. Yeah, so this one is, like I said before, kind of a more simple pinball machine, so there's no multi-ball or anything like that. So the next one I would want something a little more modern, I think. Although I think it's an electrical mechanical might be interesting as well. But the Dungeons & Dragons one, it not only has some very interesting goals, but it's a very fast table, and it has one of the hardest shots in all of pinball. It's like million-point shot. That is very, very difficult. And it's a beautiful machine. The music is absolutely incredible.
Oh, it's got music.
Yes, it does.
We don't have one with music.
Nope. That Gorgar,
Oh, I can already see it shining. Like I can see the reflection right there.
you'll hear him in a second, but Gorgar just has a heartbeat that gets faster and faster the more and more damage you're doing to him.
Which, I'll be honest, is pretty awesome in and of itself.
It is pretty awesome, definitely.
It's understated. It's something I can actually handle here in my home. Because, like, if it was, like, the same, like, 5-second loop would be annoying of, like, music.
One of the other things I like about the D&D pinball machine is it has saving throws. So if you time the button press correctly, you can save the ball from draining. But it's a really hard thing to do. It's unfortunately a very cheaply made pinball machine as far as like the quality of the wooden components and everything. So it's kind of hard to find one in great condition. So we're supposed to put it on and we leave it for how long?
Like 10 minutes, I think he said, or he said it dries really quick.
And then we buff it off.
Or he said it dries quick enough to, like, I think he just left it on for like 45 seconds or something, and then he started buffing it off, and it looked pretty darn great. But
Yep, it's looks and also about protecting it in the ball, making everything play as fast and smooth as possible.
Does it look like I got good coverage?
Well, let's see.
I mean, I didn't get too much up in there, so let me just...
I see the sheen, definitely. Did you get under here?
That's where I'm going next.
Yep. We discovered a couple broken lights under this one. Or not broken, but burnout lights. So we ordered some lights. We don't have any with us, unfortunately.
Yeah. We got it. It had so many burned out that we used the whole pack that we bought for it.
Eventually we might LED this sucker, but it gets kind of expensive. We've got other repairs we need to do before that.
Like that MPU action.
Well, probably the scores first. Oh, I already unplugged it, didn't I?
Yep.
Gorgar. There we go. See, that player 3 and 4 scoreboards are broken. I'm hoping 1 and 2 are good. We'll see.
This is a little bit of like damage from like heat damage from the light bulb.
Yep. Got some heat damage. Oh, look at those. The white rubbers really make the lights even brighter.
Ooh.
I feel like.
There's another one burnt out.
Yep, there's one burnt out too. We ordered 20.
Oh, nope, it's on again.
Oh, nice.
I'm magic.
So we got some light bulbs to replace. Still looks pretty good though. Alright, so we'll let that wax dry. We got it everywhere?
I think so.
Did you get it in the bowl?
Look up. Ah! Fudge! Richard!
Alright, Gorgar is waxed. He has all new rubbers. He has a new ball, which is also waxed. Is it plugged in? Yep. I think it is ready to go. We'll put the play glass on, which is also Windexed clean. Goes. Yep. Where's the... Here it is. See? How? I think it's ready. Yeah?
Yeah, well, seems like you should play it now.
All right, well, let's explain how it works. Here are the instructions. So, gore targets, which are up here, these 3 drop targets, which are dropped right now, they are going to advance the pit value, which is the snake up here. So it starts at 5,000, it goes to 50,000. So that's a good way to get points. You can also immediately light the 50,000 if you get 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
Okay.
If you can get those, then that will light that, and it will also light a star. If you can get both stars lit, then a special gets lit, and the special is an extra ball. So if you happen to drain on that side, you get an extra ball. You can also, like if you raise a flipper, and you can flip through the outlane and come like back around. It's possible, although on some machines it is. This one, with the way that is, it might not be so much. We'll see. I've never done it anyway. Gar machines, like the bumpers, so they will go from being worth, what is it, 1,000 to 5,000.
So those are the drop targets.
Yep, so that's Gorgar. Now if you do Gor and Gar, then it advances the eject value. If you can do that 3 times, it's an extra ball. All right. So that gives us a credit. And that starts. So the pop bump, the drop targets drop up. We have the ball. We plunge the ball. Also, A, B, and C advance the X value, which will like double or triple our points. You've got to do some tilting with Gorgar, because the outlanes are killers. Been a while. There's Gor, and there's Gar, and notice he said Gorgar. Well, and I'm gonna lose it, and that's 3 balls. Game over. So, looks like the first player and the second player scoreboards are working, so that's good news. You wanna try?
Gorgar speaks. I don't know how well you'll be able to understand the speech. Uh-oh.
Let's give it a shake.
I don't think our table's leveled.
It's meant to be shook. Especially Gorgar. Because those outlanes are killers. There you go. Got Gor and Gar. Get the heartbeat going faster.
Ah, fudge!
So these are starting to light up, and notice they score. Oh, and you tilted it too far.
Yeah, sorry.
That's what that other sound was. There's a gauge inside where you can like twist the level to how much you want people to be able to shake it before it triggers.
Yep. That's rough.
Alright, so we'll show you behind the back glass as well. Show you what it looks like. See, there's the scoreboards and the lights. And you can open this up and you can see the brains of Gorgar. Yes, there you go. So you've got the power, you've got the MPU, you've got the score display system. Okay, so that's it. Thanks so much, Mag, especially for helping me shop out Gorgar. If you guys like this video, let us know in the comments below if you want to see more Gorgar or pinball action. See you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. We just hit 500,000 subscribers, so make sure you are part of that too by hitting the subscribe button. Let us know what you thought of this video in the comments below. And that's it. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, stay safe.